done in a positive vibe.
Wow, that's a trailer just there.
I think I'm a change maker or a game changer. I innovate on many different fields. I'm like a layman entering a new field, and then I will try to look what can be done differently. Or I'm invited to do things or meddle with things. Or I invite myself. That also happens. And what the change that I try to drive in the world is don't take things for granted. When you experience things different than what everybody says, trust your experience. And what I try to drive is that we should be more vulnerable, accept being more vulnerable, and listen more to our feelings, because when we acknowledge that we are in pain and we share that pain, then big shifts can happen. But as long as we all wear the professional masks and try to be good and work and don't think about too much about things, we'll create more of the mess that we're in. And we all know we're in a mess, but not everybody's yet ready to admit it. So my drive is to make people shine with what they are, accept what is, share the pain when they are in pain, and be as positive as possible about what else could be possible. I think I'm most inspired by people younger than me, who I designate as my heroes. Often they don't know, because that would confuse them or feel like pressure. But it's people who are touched by something and share that being touched, or they touch me. And you know, if a child is vulnerable and says, "Why are you eating meat?" or "Why are you doing this way?" It's awful to see. Then you want that child to be happy, and I think that's to help those child is leadership. Or to give an example, I was in Vienna, and there's some politician on stage, and they talk about education, and then one girl raises her hand and she says, "You talk about fulfilling jobs and getting good careers, but what about the human that I am? Is any one of you considering the human that I am?" And you could feel the silence from the stage and the whole sense in the room, this is it, this is the question. And I think what inspires me, people ask those questions, dare to follow that feeling, dare to stand up, and I want to help them and help create a world where they feel safe or seen. I just arrived, guys, come on, I'm just here, hello. I'm Flores, I just arrived. It's great, it's awesome people, really driven. I'm shocked about how many people are in cubicles and then want to get out. And it's at the same time, I'm very happy to see that so many people want to get out of the cubicle and do something that has meaning for them. I think the world needs more people who care about the world and turn that into a business or a job. And that's inspiring. No, I can't, because I have a shitload of lessons that are the most important. But I'll share two very shortly. One is I've also been changed by my dreams or by things that are almost magical. And I think in a world that is, where scientific proof gives foundation to what you say or do, or status, you know, if you have a high status, you achieve something, then it counts. I think listening to your dreams. I had a dream in which a voice said, "Flores, you've existed." Crazy dream, and it's crazy because I was very young still, so I thought, but I have not achieved anything. But that means that it also meant that I'm doing shit in a way that I don't understand, but somehow it is landing. And to trust that feeling, that's awesome. So that was an awesome moment in a dream, no control of nothing of my doing. And many people have those magic moments, and I love it when people embrace them or start sharing them more, because that raises a magical quality to life and can liberate us from, but we need to have proof. Come on, I'm feeling this. It's true and real. Be more vulnerable. I just gave a workshop how to make money with your weaknesses. If you try to be good and successful and work on your qualities and then push away what doesn't work or what you're afraid of, or try to shine in a perfect way, it doesn't work. It works way better when you accept all your weaknesses as well. Because if you truly accept them, either they can turn into a job and a profession, you can get paid for it, or you can delegate what you can't do to other people and ask them for help, rather than hide what you're not good at. So if you want to move forward, you have to really be your whole being at best as it can, and then see what happens. And then you might get a very different job and profession than you thought, but it's a lovely ride.